Coming up, we'll meet North Buncombe's new art teacher, say goodbye to one of our beloved English teachers, and get a look at some of the best desserts around Asheville.
Hey Blackhawks, I'm Andy.
And I'm Karis. Welcome you to Season 4, Episode 10 of the Blackhawk Broadcast.
Before we dive into this episode, we're back with another teacher trivia.
Which North Buncombe teacher has taken a yoga class with Woody Harrelson?
Miss Gill, Mr. Rowe, Mr. Rescorla, or Mrs. Sprouse? Stay tuned to find out the answer.
Continuing the new staff series, here's Andrew and Caleb introducing us to our new art teacher.
Some of you may have noticed a new face around the halls recently. Meet Mr. Aldridge, the new art teacher here at NBHS. Even though this is his first time teaching here, he isn't completely new to Buncombe County.
This is my first full-time teaching position. This previous school year I've been subbing for Buncombe County and for a private independent school in Asheville.
He received his bachelor's in art and studio arts from Fort Lewis College in Colorado and his master's of arts in teaching art design and education from Rhode Island School of Design. He says he's always wanted to pursue a career in the arts, but he chose to become a teacher for a different reason.
I've always loved making art, and I've always liked helping others, so being an art teacher I get to combine those two.
Mr. Aldridge strives for his students to embrace their individuality. He uses his classroom as a tool to offer kids a breather from the everyday stress of high school.
I want to help kids find their creative style, and it offers a great place for students to take a creative break from the day-to-day strain of being a high school student.
We welcome Mr. Aldridge to the Blackhawk Nest, and we're excited to see what he has to offer to the North Buncombe High Art Department. This is Andrew, reporting for BHB.
Support BHB.
Thank you, Caleb and Andrew.
Here's Wad recapping Miss Gill's career at North Buncombe High School.
We've met and welcomed many new teachers that have recently become new Blackhawks, but it's time to say goodbye to the ones leaving. We asked Miss Gill to walk us through her experience with teaching.
I moved to Asheville just to be with more friends and people like that, and that's when I got a job at Asheville High. I taught at Asheville for 9 years. I came to North Buncombe from Asheville High in 2008.
But Miss Gill didn't start out wanting to be a teacher. She studied at Mars Hill and switched majors a few times, but people would always tell her she should major in English.
And then, of course, people started to ask me, are you going to be a high school teacher? And I always responded with the same thing. I'd rather die than become a high school teacher.
We asked Miss Gill what she would miss the most from this experience. Here's what she said.
I think I'm going to miss kind of the action every day. Like you come here and it's never boring. There's always something to do. There's a lot of people to talk to, whether it's students or faculty. But I think most of all, I'm going to miss my faculty friends.
She has big plans for post-retirement. Let's hear some of them.
Well, first, I'm getting married. So we're going to travel to Europe with the Denmark exchange, and then we're going to go on our honeymoon, which is going to be Holland and Belgium. But after that, I do probably want to get to work again. So I've thought about university academic advising. I've thought about technical writing.
It was great hearing about Miss Gill's teaching career, but sadly it's only a few days till it ends. We'll all miss you, Miss Gill. This is Ward, reporting for BHB.
Thank you, Wad. We hope you come back to visit soon, Miss Gill.
I got to tag along to Special Olympics this year. Here's how it went. After 3 years of being unable to hold the Special Olympics due to COVID-19, it has made a comeback. More than 1,000 athletes and volunteers gathered on the T.C. Robertson football field for events including the 50-meter run and walk, softball toss, long jump, and many more games. In total, our North Buncombe students brought home 9 medals, with one of our students placing first in both his events. So you put that on.
I did the run in 7 seconds, and I jumped 11.4 on the long jump. So all around, I had a pretty good time.
Fun games, a face paint station, and even farm animals were on site to contribute to the successful return of Buncombe County Special Olympics. This is Karis reporting for BHB.
Seems like it was a success.
It definitely was. You know what else was a success this year? The homes Miss Griffin's class is building in interior design.
Here's Sophia to give us a tour of the houses.
End of the year is coming up and final projects are rolling in. Interior design is working on building and designing houses. I talked to a student in interior design too.
It's like inspired just by like the simplicity of it, because I thought it would be easier to make since it's like smaller type houses, and it was a little easier to make, so I'm glad. It's like a really hands-on class, and I love working with like materials.
Everyone's house is unique in its own way, and each one looks great. This is Sophia reporting for BHB.
Thank you, Sophia. I really missed sports last episode.
You're in luck. This episode, we cover men's tennis. 2 weeks ago, the #1 doubles team consisting of Derek Gilliland and Oliver Mansky competed at the Tennis Regionals Tournament. The team defeated West Henderson in the first round but lost to Hickory in the second round and was unable to qualify for the state tournament. Even though they lost, Gilliland reflects on the team's success.
We've had great team chemistry. We've done really well. The only schools we've lost to are 4A, which is TC Robertson and AC Reynolds. But it's just been a great season, and I love being around the guys.
Mansky looks back at the strengths of the team.
It's a really deep team. We may not have like the best like first seed player, but like all the way down to our 6th seed, we're all pretty consistent and play well.
Even with the entire team's achievements, a few things have held back the doubles team, preventing them from reaching the state tournament.
Especially at the regionals tournament, we didn't get the seed that we wanted because after spring break, we played against Smoky, and we struggled against a team that we should beat.
However, both players have high hopes for next season.
I think next season's going to be great. We're losing only one player this season, so next season we're all just going to get better over the summer, and I'll hopefully be state bound.
We're so close. We need to really be locked in during the season because everything we do in every match counts and matters for the postseason.
This is Karis reporting for BHB.
Glad to have our sports segment back, and good job to the men's tennis team.
Sunny explored some dessert spots in Asheville, and I can't wait to see what's in store.
Welcome back to part 3 of BH Best, where we see some of the best shops, cafes, and restaurants local to North Buncombe. Today, we'll be focusing on where to get the tastiest desserts in downtown Asheville. Let's go. First on the list is Old Europe, located on 18 Broadway Street. The longest running of its kind, this cozy little pastry shop has something for everyone. From vegan cookies to gluten-free Bavarians, anyone with a sweet tooth is welcome in Old Europe. Stop by to see for yourself. Second on the list is French Broad Chocolate Lounge on 10 South Pack Square. Along with its factory by the River Arts District, when it comes to sweets, French Broad Chocolate is no force to be reckoned with. FBC makes tasty bonbons, chocolate bars, cheesecakes, ice cream, coffee, and more. They also carry vegan and dairy-free desserts. If you're a chocoholic looking to splurge, French Broad Chocolate Lounge is the place to go. Last but not least, our third on the list is Sunshine Sammy's, found on 99 South Lexington Avenue. Known best for their handcrafted ice cream cookie sandwiches, Sunshine Sammy's has made a name in Asheville for their delicious cookies and ice cream. This company also has a seasonal ice cream truck. How adorable! That's all for this episode of BH Best. Go out and treat yourselves, Hawks. This is Sunny, reporting for BHB.
Thanks, Sunny. I know where I'm headed after school.
Time for the answer to the teacher trivia. It was Mr. Rescorla who took a yoga class with Woody Harrelson.
That had to be fun. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to be kind to one another, and we'll see you next time.